Whoops. Got my mic ready. For additional lesson 8, okay, we're going to talk about determinants, okay? First part of this, I'm just going to talk to you guys about what are determinants and then how to find a 2x2 determinant. Then I'm going to show you guys some examples of some problems you might see on the ACT with determinants. And then I'm going to show you guys how to solve systems of equations by using determinants. Solving systems of equations, that's where you do either substitution or elimination. Some of you guys don't really like substitution or elimination, so I'm going to show you guys how you can solve those systems by using these determinants that we found. So some of you guys might prefer to solve them that way. So anyway, to get started, we're going to talk about what are determinants. Okay, so every square matrix is associated with one real number, and that one real number is called the determinant. Okay, if a matrix is not square, it does not have a determinant. Whoops. Enclosing a matrix within vertical lines designates that you are looking for the determinant of that matrix. Okay, so over here we have a matrix. I know that this is a matrix because it has the square brackets on the sides of it. That's what makes it a matrix. But when I'm talking about a determinant, okay, so this matrix here, once I start talking about the determinant of that matrix, it's going to have straight lines on it like it's an absolute value. Okay, so this is a matrix. When I talk about the determinant, you're going to see it looking like this. All right, now other matrices that would have it, say I had a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That has a determinant. Okay, this is a 3 by 3 matrix, so it's square. It does have a determinant. Okay, to find the determinant of a 3 by 3, it's a little bit different than finding that of a 2 by 2. Usually in these units I go over how to find 3 by 3, but since we're all at home, I thought I'd make it a little bit nicer for you guys, and we're skipping the 3 by 3. I've never seen a 3 by 3 on the ACT, but I'm not saying it couldn't be on there. If you guys are interested in learning on how to do the 3 by 3, if we ever get back together, you know, I can show you guys how to do that definitely. It's not really that hard. I just want to try and make this a little bit shorter for you guys. Okay, so next slide that we are going over is going to be how to find the determinant for a 2 by 2 matrix. So we've got our matrix right here, 0, 12, -4, -3. That's our 2 by 2. So first off, does this have a determinant? Yes, it does, because it is a square matrix. It's 2 by 2. Okay, so in order to find the determinant of a 2 by 2 matrix, you are going to find the product of the elements in the main diagonal. Okay, main diagonal is something that I don't think I even mentioned to you guys, but the main diagonal of a determinant is going to be the diagonal that runs from the top left to the bottom right. Okay, so in order to find the 2 by 2 determinant, my first step is going to be to find the product from the top left to the bottom right. So I'm going to be looking at the product of 0 and -3 to find that determinant. And actually, before I do that, I just thought of this. When I'm finding the determinant, remember, it is the straight lines that I need to be working with at this point. So I should have straight lines there. Okay, and I'm going to be taking the product of my main diagonal, which is top left, to the bottom right. Okay, so the determinant would equal 0 times -3. I'm sure most of you guys can do that in your head. Okay, the next thing we are going to look at is we are going to find the product of the elements in the remaining diagonal. What's the remaining diagonal? What numbers are left? Okay, so I'm going to take -4 times 12. -4 times 12. Okay, and then the last thing, this might be the most important thing because a lot of people forget what to do here. Whoops, went too fast. You then need to take the first product minus the second product. That is always a minus sign. It's always a minus sign. Okay? So what you guys are going to do is you are going to take the product of the first diagonal, it's called the main diagonal, 0 times negative 3, minus, it's always a minus sign, negative 4 times 12. So what does that give me? 0 times negative 3. Well, that gives me gives me 0. Minus negative 4 times 12. What's negative 4 times 12? It'd be negative 48. Okay. What's 0 minus negative 48? Well, those two become positive. It's really 0 plus 48. So the determinant is 48. And guys, it's really that simple to find determinants. Take the main diagonal minus the product of the other diagonal. Simplify it. It's 48. Okay. The helpful thing with these determinants is these numbers allow us to do things like solving systems of equations. Okay. So next page, we're going to do a little practice then. Okay. It says find the determinant of the following matrices. Okay. If you guys feel like you've got it, go ahead and pause the video and try these on your own. Okay. If not, I'm going to go ahead and go over. So I'm going to take the product of my main diagonal, negative 3 times 7, minus, it's always a minus, sorry for yelling, 2 times negative 10. Okay, some of you guys are probably like, I can do that multiplication in my head. I don't need to write it down. That's fine. Don't write it down. You don't have to make a big deal out of it. I don't know why you guys are freaking out. Negative 3 times 7 is negative 21, minus 2 times negative 10 gives me a negative 20. So I've got a negative 21 minus negative 20. Two negatives make a positive. Negative 21 plus 20 gives me negative 1 for my determinant. Okay? Again, I would pause this if you haven't already. Pause this and try this last one at least. See if you guys can get that there. Okay, main diagonal, 2 times 0. Say it with me. Minus 3 times negative 5. So 3 times negative 5. Whoops. Sorry. Okay, when I do that, that gives me a 0 minus negative 15. Two negatives make a positive. 15 is my determinant. Okay, so finding the determinant, not too bad. Okay, next video we're going to go over a problem that I have seen quite a few times on the ACT. Kind of explain how to do those there. You'll have some homework practice questions like that as well. Okay, so on to the next video.